take a look at one more type of backhand. This is called the slice backhand. Very similar to the one-handed backhand, except it has a shortcut to it. So the components that are the same on the slice backhand as the one-handed backhand are this. Your stance, we'll take it from the side again. If you're in an athletic position again. The left hand is up high on the racket throat like on your one-handed backhand. I read the shot coming in and I turn my outside foot to start my unit turn. As I move to the ball, I realize I'm going to slice the ball. So now my left hand pulls the racket up higher, actually behind my head. So as a measuring point, you can have it so your left hand is near your left ear, or the racket and shoulder are very near each other. It's going to be close to your body though. I change my grip again to probably a continental, and that's the number 2 grip. From there, I use my outside foot to push off in the direction I want the ball to go. My motion with the racket is down and forward with an extension out again, but once again, like the one-handed backhand, staying turned for balance. My left hand is counterbalance, and racket is through. Do I actually strike the ball with the racket face open to cause the spin? Because when I set it up, the racket face was open. When I finished it, it was open. When you watch the greats like Ken Rosewall, who had probably the best slice backhand in the history of the game, the racket face starts out behind his head. That you'll see like with Federer's backhand. As they contact the ball, the racket face actually squares away. What you see at the end of the swing is the racket face turning under. This occurs after the hit. It's the natural extension of the arm. Too often our naked eye only sees the racket going under, so we try to imitate what we think we saw, which is hit under the ball, and the ball goes straight up or it dies on the frame. Something has to stop the ball coming in. I'm stopping it with a downward and forward motion to cause spin. As I complete the point of contact with my slice backhand, then you'll see the arms extend and the arm comes under, and the naked eye tries to imitate what it sees at the end instead of what actually happened during the point of contact. A great way to practice this is to measure yourself, videotape yourself hitting, and then play it back in slow motion and watch how your racket face will square off to meet the ball to deflect it back. Because you started high, you're causing a downward spin or underspin as you go through the point of contact. A good way to feel your staying turned like this is to put your back to the fence. So if I move my back to the fence to hit and try to make the backhand slice, if I turn so the tip of the racket touches the fence, as I push off into the shot, my back stays parallel to the fence. The fence lets me feel if I'm over-rotating or not. And with that, I can add a ball to do a drop and hit. I can toss the ball up, make my slice backhand, and see if the ball traveled parallel to the fence or at an angle, which will tell me our racket path was on the right path. So slice backhand and topspin backhand have very similar characteristics. They're used, and even two-handed players use slice backhands. Typically they'll go to a one-handed release. I've got a two-handed preparation. I realize I'm going to slice, it goes behind my head, and I release again, still staying turned. Even though I would prefer to hit a rotation for two-handed backhand, I'm going to stay turned like the umpire saying safe when you follow through on the one-hander.